My Hero Academia the final season episode 1 is crazy. Warning, heavy spoilers for My Hero Academia episode 160, you have been warned. So this episode only adapted 2 chapters, chapter 399 and chapter 400. The first half of the episode was of the last few minutes of season 7's finale, mainly with the battle against All for One and All Might. And I already talked about that episode on my other channel, but as you can see here are some of the shots from that previous episode from the season 7 finale, but the episode really kicks off once we see that My Hero Academia logo. I already talked about the episode and what I thought about it, so go check out my full review for that episode. But overall, I really liked the battle between All for One and All Might. With the episode being quite short, I did expect it to be the entire episode, but it ending on that cliffhanger with the hero killer stain, I can only assume that the battle between All for One and All Might will continue next week. When looking at some of these shots of the manga versus the anime, I won't lie, the entire battle between All for One and All Might did have more detail in the manga, but that is to be expected because when you watch an anime, it's motion pictures. There was a lot of motion and fluidity and special effects. How on earth will the animators and artists be able to capture all those details when animating these sequences? So yes, while the manga did have some crazy line detail, it is to be expected, and I'm not too mad about it because the art and animation was pretty good in the anime, and the fight was also great as well. All Might using all of the quirks stored in the armored Might suit. The quirks of the Class 1A students were so cool seeing it all in action. And speaking of the Class 1A students, these shots of the manga versus the anime of Ayama versus Kunida, the manga looks insanely moody compared to the anime. It honestly has an eeriness that wasn't actually captured in the anime. The anime looks great, don't get me wrong, but some of these shots made my skin crawl in my opinion when looking at the manga panels. But it's when Invisible Girl enters the scene where I absolutely must say the anime surpassed the manga with its absolutely beautiful art and animation. The colors, the vibrancy, the lighting. Even Invisible Girl's design looks considerably better in the anime. Her design looked awfully washed out in the manga. The anime really does surpass the manga when it comes to showcasing her character design. Were there some details missing in the anime compared to the manga? Yes, but that is to be expected when it comes to keeping up with the schedule and adapting the manga into animation. The anime really does capture some of the wild facial expressions that were done in the manga. The episode was very good, and I cannot wait for next week when season 8 episode 2 will premiere. Hopefully Crunchyroll can keep up with the release schedule and release the episode on time. Tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think of all of this? Did you like or hate the episode? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more My Hero Academia videos, as well as other anime news updates, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings and more. Thank you for watching. The Second Boy Dude signing out.